Our pets often sense things we can't perceive, their reactions hinting at mysteries hidden from human eyes. This next case might just make you believe that sometimes our furry companions are more aware of the unseen than we are. A family decided to take a short vacation, leaving their 2 cats, Daisy and Calvin, at home. They arranged for a trusted friend to check on them every other morning. Upon returning, they immediately noticed something was amiss. As soon as they opened the front door, both cats attempted to dart outside, behavior that was entirely out of character for them. Perplexed by their pet's distress, they began to inspect the house. They found several books scattered across the floor and clumps of cat hair throughout the hallway, signs that suggested their normally peaceful cats had been in a serious scuffle. Concerned, they reviewed footage from their home security camera to see what had transpired during their absence. What they discovered was both unsettling and inexplicable. The video shows Daisy sitting calmly on the bed, but her eyes are wide, and her ears twitch as if she senses something unusual. Suddenly, a shadowy figure appears to move across the hallway. Calvin cautiously peeks into the room, his body language indicating he's wary of something unseen. Moments later, the small table beside the bed inexplicably shifts, sliding slightly without any visible cause. Then, the bedroom door begins to slowly close on its own. Just as the tension builds, the camera abruptly pans away, focusing on the wall, and remains fixed there until the family returns home. The fact that the camera moved on its own adds another layer to the mystery. Did an unseen force manipulate it? Or was it a technical glitch? The family enhanced the video, hoping to uncover more details, but no clear answers emerged. They shared the footage online, seeking insight and explanations from others. Was this a case of paranormal activity? Were Daisy and Calvin reacting to an otherworldly presence? Or could there be a more mundane explanation involving drafts and malfunctioning equipment? Whatever the truth may be, the combination of the cat's unusual behavior, the unexplained movements of objects, and the camera's abrupt shift leaves us with an eerie feeling. Perhaps the next time your pet seems fixated on something invisible, you'll wonder if there's more in the room than meets the eye. There are places that seem to carry echoes of the past, where time leaves its mark, whether visible or not. In 2008, a small farm in southern England became the stage for something truly inexplicable. This is the story of the ghost of the farm boy. Neil Sandbach, a professional photographer, was taking photos of the farm for a couple who wanted to use the images for their wedding invitations. He captured the beautiful landscapes and the serenity of the place, unaware of what he was truly capturing. It was only later at home, while examining the photos on his computer, that Neil noticed something chilling. In one of the images, near the old barn, there was something he hadn't expected: the figure of a boy, dressed in white pajamas, staring back at him. And as if that wasn't eerie enough, the boy seemed to emit a ghostly glow. Shocked, Neil called the farm owners and asked if they had ever experienced anything strange there. Without showing them the photo, their response was unanimous. They had all seen the figure of a boy in white pajamas near the barn. "Yes, we've seen him, a small boy, always dressed in old-fashioned clothes, wandering near the barn," they said. The reports were always the same. Farm workers and even visitors claimed to have seen a boy in old white pajamas roaming near the barn, especially at dusk. Some said he seemed trapped there, like an echo of a forgotten past. Before the wedding, Neil showed the photo to the couple. They were just as shocked as he was. So, the question remains, what did Neil truly capture in that photo? Was it a ghost trapped between the worlds of the living and the dead? Or was it simply a camera glitch? The figure appears as real as it is terrifying. It all started as a typical Saturday night. Drew and his friends were gathered at his house, watching one of McGregor's legendary fights on TV, a special occasion that Drew decided to record on his phone. As he moved the camera to capture the relaxed atmosphere among his friends, something far from ordinary was caught on tape. Near the glass door, something terrifying appeared. At first glance, it was easy to miss, but when the video was replayed in slow motion, a sinister figure became clearly visible. The figure, incredibly tall, was standing outside watching the group. It had no visible facial features, except for two deep cavities where its eyes should have been. To make things even creepier, it seemed to be wearing a suit, resembling the unsettling figure known as Slender Man. Drew didn't notice the figure at the time of recording. It was only later, when watching the video, that a chill ran down his spine. Could it have been a trick of the light? Or something far more unexplainable? The figure's elongated neck and pale, eerie appearance left viewers divided. Some suggested it might be a case of pareidolia, while others claimed to have had similar experiences, where shadowy figures silently observe from the darkness. Whatever the explanation, the video remains an enigma. Illusion or a glimpse of the paranormal, one thing is certain. This uninvited guest must be a huge fan of fights. A girl lies in her dark room, apparently relaxing, or at least trying to. Under the influence of a hallucinogen, she begins to frantically scroll through her phone while repeatedly saying, "Play a song." Then, something seems to catch her attention. She freezes, as if sensing someone or something watching her. She starts repeating strange phrases. "I see you. Why aren't you saying anything? You're scaring me." Her eyes, reflecting the light from her phone, appear eerily red, making the scene even more unsettling.
Play a song. Play a song. Play a song. Play a song. I see you. I see you. You're scaring me. Why aren't you saying anything? You're scaring me.
In the second video, the girl turns the camera toward the door, searching for any sign, but apparently, there's no one there. She tries to convince herself that she's alone. "There's no one there," she whispers to herself, but the feeling of being watched persists. The silence of the room only heightens the sinister atmosphere. In the end, she simply says, "I thought I was being watched."
Alright, we used the... Oh, yeah, there's no one there. Okay. Oh, don't fall down. Yep, there is no one right there. And I just... Wow. I thought I was being watched.
Was it just her friend Molly? Or was there something truly strange happening in that room? Do you have a video or photo with a paranormal or scary story? Send it to spookypooky737@gmail.com. Who knows, your story might appear in the next video. Thanks. Imagine having a doll that seems like a distant cousin of Annabelle. Terrifying, isn't it? Well, that's exactly what happened to this man. When he walked into his kitchen, he found the doll standing upright, right next to the stove. Unable to believe his eyes, he slowly approached the doll, picked it up, and tried to hide it in a drawer. But no one could have imagined what was about to happen. As soon as the man turned around, there it was, the doll, now sitting on the countertop, and worse, holding a knife. Terrified, he threw bananas at the doll. Determined to rid himself of the creepy toy, the man found a safe, grabbed the doll, placed it inside, and locked it with a key. Not satisfied, he then threw the entire safe into the trash bin outside his house, believing he was finally free. But the next day, the doll was back, standing upright on the man's bed, as if nothing had happened. How do you escape something that simply refuses to leave?